just chill. All right.
What do you call this place?
Huh? This is LTE Studios.
That's it though. It's not like a
Loft.
No, we need to have like a castle name or something. You know what I mean? Now I get that it's LTE Studios. You know what I mean? But you need like a name for it. You know what I mean?
This. I'm putting the earphones on for me because last time my mic was off. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to.
Well, I don't want to do it if you have them on. I have them off. I want to feel like we're both DJs.
It was more for me like I hated that my mic was off last time. You hear that? You hear the difference?
Oh yeah, it's a big difference.
There's a big difference.
How come you are in my left ear and I'm in my right ear?
You gotta switch your ears around.
But it says left.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not coming through both. I got you on the left side and me on the right side.
Well, so my camera is getting fed directly to my mics are being fed directly to the camera. So you only can use one or two channels. So my one channel is on the left side, my right channel is on the left side.
Okay.
So if anybody is listening to this with one speaker, got one bad speaker, they only can hear one of us really great. So in the editing aspects, to make it better, you have to duplicate the channels. It's too much to explain.
You gotta do all that?
Because I gotta take your audio and then duplicate it and then put that on the left side now.
Wow.
You know?
Deion's technical.
Yeah. I do this, man.
You're really, really
handsome. Thank you, man. Thank you, brother.
Nah.
Oh, no?
Nah. Nah.
He said, slow down, brother. Come on, man.
You're brilliant, bro.
Hey, thank you,
You're
man.
a brilliant person, Deion.
Thank you, man.
With the creativity, the technical aspects behind it, the comedy.
I was forced in
the drawing, the rapping. You're the acting. You're a talented person.
Thank you, brother.
I hate people like you.
And I'm still broke.
Well, that happens. Most talented people die poor.
Yeah. And okay. All right. So I'm hearing the ad-libs from my daughter over here. So this podcast is going to be slightly
the family
altered.
version.
It's gonna be slightly altered because my daughter's here. Cadence, can you come in here and say what's up to the people real quick? This is my youngest. I call her Brookie. Middle name is Brooklyn.
No, look at that beautiful face.
That's my pretty girl. You say hi?
Hello.
You say him to Mike.
Hello.
There you guys too much. So So my reserved political teacher, is going to be on today because she's watching me. She watches me very closely. She uses all my slangs. Come on, bro, let me live, yo. You know, she uses all my little slangs.
Nice. One of the dopest things I saw is when I think I first met you, and maybe not the first time, but we were walking to this salad spot. You remember that, Cadence? We were walking to a salad spot. What's that spot called? It was
Salad Farm.
Salad Farm.
Okay.
And then you guys were walking ahead, and she was just holding your hand the whole time we were walking. I was like, yo, that looks dope.
That's my pretty girl.
I said she love her daddy.
Yeah.
The oldest one does not love you.
Man, she does not. She will put a paper bag over my head. Not to kill me, just to I'll let you know how I operate.
Yeah, I was like, there's a big difference here.
But it bothers me because I know during this teenage year, it's going to happen. She's going to start separating herself from me, and I'm trying to save her as much time as I can.
No doubt.
Until that love depletes.
Yeah.
Because the oldest was like that as well. She was a daddy's girl, and then obviously boys and life and books got more important.
You become the enemy at a certain age.
You become an enemy.
Yeah.
You become the creep because it's like I don't know what it is about when I get it when a girl becomes a teenager, she starts to change and she don't want to provide or share things with you.
No doubt.
And it's like, yeah, you don't understand. You don't want to know because you're a comedian. You're going to make fun of me. You're going to make
Probably.
laugh, Probably 100% sure.
Yeah,
So,
most likely I am.
You got about another...
I got a good 10 years, I think.
Yeah?
She just turned 3. Don't say 13.
It's like, Jesus, what timeline is this?
She
What
just
variant?
turned 3. But I think about that all the time. I think about the future all the time. I think about like, I gotta get back in shape. So I've been going to the gym every day.
Hey,
at
let's
6 in the
go.
morning.
Let's
I've been
go.
going every day.
When I say let's
again.
go, like bring me as well.
You live way too far, Dion. Dion's in downtown.
Yeah.
And I hate everything about downtown.
Yeah.
I hate it all.
Was the parking bad?
No, not today.
See what I'm saying?
That's why I was like, Sunday morning.
Sunday mornings, where's that?
Looking like Sunday. I don't know the beginning of the words.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Looking at a Sunday morning.
Chewing gum. Hash brown Sunday morning. Just kidding. His own
Picking
word.
up Sunday morning. It'd be down on any words. But yeah, man. So I think about my daughter growing up, and you guys haven't seen her in a while. I know Cadence hasn't seen her. She came over. Remember that, Cadence? She came over. Yeah. And then she's wild now. She's 3, and she wakes up every day, and she goes, "Papa, it's today."
Hey,
it's so dope.
Today.
It's today.
How's her Spanish?
Her Spanish, she won't just speak it. Like, she'll say certain things. Like, she'll always say, like, mas, or she would be like, dame cinco, dame diez, for, like, giving 5 and stuff like that. But she'll know what it is. She just won't speak it. So I want her to be able to just telling me in Spanish what she wants.
So you think the English is more dominant than
yeah, way more.
Because of your mom and you.
Well, yeah,
that's was talking more than.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I try to push Yo to speak way more in Spanish to her, but she'll just, she just used to speaking English all the time, unless it's her mom. But yeah, last week we went to her mom's place, and her and Izzy can't talk, and I don't like that. You know what I mean? Because her mom mainly speaks Spanish.
Wow.
So I'm just like, that's why she has to. I was like, we have to speak it more because, her mom speaks it fast. So I speak Spanish very slowly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, ¿Quieres uvas? Like, you want grapes?
Right.
And so she
you know
has
what that
to.
means, Rookie? ¿Quieres new graves?
¿Quieres uvas?
He needs a tutor.
Yeah. You need to call Yo.
I did have to call Yo one time. I don't know if she told
For
you
Spanish?
that. Yeah. I had to do the caption of like a master class. Mm-hmm. And this woman just came out, and then she's like, here's the caption when I'm saying in English. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I kind of feel like I don't know when to chop this caption up because there's a line so like, yo, let me know if she's like, this was all wrong, Dion. Like, this line should have been over here. And I was like, she's like, I got you. And she sent it to me back to me. It was dope.
Yo did.
Yo was amazing.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's pretty dope, man.
And you know that song, that Pitbull song? It'd be like oh yeah, loca, big dick guy, come here.
You say comida?
Yeah, no, say come here. It's that demonic song like, yeah, loca, big dick guy, come here. Like, if you hear that song in the alley.
It's the Mexican Jason or the Puerto Rican Jason.
Oh yeah, loca. How was that? A bop. That sounds very demonic.
It's funny because a lot of the music that I hear her play for like Latinos is very. It's a repetitive rhythm. It's just you're gonna play that doom doom, and whatever the words are, you're gonna hear that. I'm just like, it's very which.
It works too.
And it works. And then there's a famous singer who just passed, who's Mexican, Vicente Vicente.
You know who this is? Fernando Fernandez?
Vicentes. He's like the Elvis, Michael Jackson of the Latin culture. Especially I think Mexican. I think he's Mexican for sure. But he just passed away today. He's like an icon.
Today.
I think he passed away today or last night. I think it was last night. But he's like, he's huge. Like, we don't know him.
Right.
But like around the world, he's like crazy huge.
You know what I find funny? And I think I would love to hear your take on it. Mm-hmm. If somebody was born and raised in England, do you think they have knowledge of our history of like blackface? You know what I'm saying? Do they know who Martin Luther King is? So if they come up here and do blackface, that's not technically, not on purpose, but like on a, just doing it, just being like, hey, I want to be Beyonce.
There's some country in Europe that does like a week of blackface. It's like there's I forgot what it's. I gotta look it up. There's
on purpose.
Yeah, on purpose. Like they do it's like a week where they'll just do like, it's like blackface week, and they're like,
I think they literally call it blackface week,
something like that. But I think they're celebrating the Africans who were there or something like that. Theirs is like a celebration of black. Which here it is not.
So what do they call it? American History Week?
Here's what I thought about. I thought about this stuff. I thought about that Germany's history books doesn't go past 1950.
It don't go past?
Yeah. What happened from we don't talk about that.
Nine. That's all I got German I got.
That was nice. It was, I don't know if you said anything at all.
Hamburger. Nine.
Wiedersehen. That's hello.
Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen.
Okay.
All right, and then there's I only know this from Nightcrawler from.
Go for it.
This is why cartoons are important.
Very important.
There's
Shepherd.
Wait, how do you say
Shepherd?
Gesundheit? That's
Gesundheit. I was saying German Shepherd. Can you say German Shepherd like that? Shepherd.
You don't even sound German. You just like you're yelling shepherd.
That's what it is, German Shepherd, right?
But why are you trying to do an accent on shepherd? And it doesn't say shepherd.
Chocolate cake.
Okay.
German chocolate cake.
I'm bad with accents. Are you good with accents?
I am horrible.
I'm trash with accents. I can't do it. Mine all sound like very horrible. Any accent I do sounds a bad Jamaican accent. Anything I do. Yeah, I could be like, "Hey, Chaz, do English." Oh, all right.
Yeah. That's
okay,
English.
mate. I don't know.
Let's see you read something.
It doesn't matter. It's all I can be like.
Back to accent.
The dog ran fast. Like that's my English.
That sounded more like.
It's always
Polish. So I had to tap in. So I got to think about Harry Potter.
Okay.
Hello, Adamite. I don't know.
At morning?
At morning.
I can do that horrible Cockney like, hey,
mate.
I
think I'm Australian.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's all bad. I can't do any.
You gotta do it, baby?
Which accents can you do?
Come on, give me your accent. Let's hear it.
Yeah, come show off.
Come on, because obviously you want to get on the mic because you're up here. Come on, what you got?
Hit him with the Harry Potter one time.
Like how to say hi, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Hello, Harry Potter.
That was pretty good.
Harry Potter. I can do that. That's all you got? You got a sentence?
Well, you know what, Dion? You didn't do that before. You didn't do it until she did it.
Thank you.
Pipe down. Go and play Roblox or something.
Don't you hate when someone takes your kid's side? Someone takes your kid's side, you like, hey, when they leave, it's just me and you again. And you ain't got no sides.
I hate when I'm teamed up. Like when two people that I mutually know team up with me just for like a bond, just to kind of like, know each other.
Dion do be doing that. You be like, oh,
what y'all doing? What y'all doing here? It's like, his farts be stinking. Like, wow, what we talking about? I was talking about Arco gas. What we talking about?
Yeah, but we talking about your gas. You be like, all right.
And then one person leaving, I was like, what was that about? what was he doing?
I always do this, though. I'm going to do whatever's funniest to me. If us making fun of you is funny to me, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And then when you go, what was that about? I'm like, we were making fun of you, Dion. Yeah. That's just what it was.
I'm very sensitive about my flatulence. Very sensitive.
Me and Yo, we have an unwritten rule.
Okay.
It's very awful
when
it comes to flatulence.
Okay.
We don't pass gas in front of each other all day.
All
day. Like,
so it has like a time limit.
It's a build up though. When it's like the first one to sleep wins. You know what I mean? Because they catching all that heat.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So sometimes I walk in the room, her and Izzy, I walk in, I'm like, god damn. What the hell happened in there? And I gotta go sleep in Izzy's room.
Like, hey.
And I'm like, hey, man. And you know me, I'm usually up late.
Yeah.
And so I just be like, I just gotta go sleep in the other room, man. Because by the time I walk in, it's a fart factory.
I don't have a rule. I just do it.
No, you don't.
And it's one of those things of like, you know me. You know this is my life. So it's not even a shock. I don't even want to hold my gas. So they will, yo, what was that? Do I do this?
But look, if you guys are sitting on the couch and you're watching something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you don't want to just get assaulted by nostrils.
Yeah.
But when you're with somebody who, because the thing about finding a mate is like you find this person attractive.
Right.
You find this person endearing and all
I
this
don't do
good
it in
stuff.
people's faces.
Well, I'm not saying in their faces. I'm just talking about relationship-wise because you go like, well, you got to fart in front of people. Right? Like, what are you going to do? Just not do that? Right. And I'm like, yeah. We just hold it in no matter how much your stomach hurts. And then when you go to sleep,
I got to figure out.
I
got to figure out if that's is that a side effect?
Oh.
If you hold in gas.
Oh, you can build it up for the day. Yes, you can.
I mean, I'm sure you can, but it had to be some sort of side effect.
It probably starts coming out your pores or something.
So, what? What lotion is that? Like that's that Taco Bell.
Flagellescence.
I feel like it could be on the same side of like vomit. Like if you try to hold in your vomit, that's you find it funny. Vomit is like get the hell out of your body. It's one of those things of like what did you eat? Man, get out of here. It's like a bouncer. It's like what are you doing in here?
Every vomit is Jazz in the Fresh Prince.
The vomit was like, I'm here to see the stomach. The stomach? Are you on the list?
Well, because at first you gotta say whatever you ate.
Oh, it's the food.
It's getting along. Right? Mm-hmm. It's in your stomach. Hey.
He had too many drinks.
What's up? Yeah, he's like, oh, hey, man. Oh, you start fighting.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? I was coming to see my girl. I got another drink on the table. I'm on VIP.
I'm a paying customer.
I know Earl.
And then out. Yeah, I mean, at first everybody's getting along, man. I never had something I'm like immediately,
right.
You know, but
I think that I've done that when it comes to the smell of vomit. If you smell something, you ever smell vomit? You're like, oh.
Yeah. I went to it was like a house we were trying to clear out, and it was like dog and cat shit all over, like everywhere. As soon as we opened the door, I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Oh, you seen it, not the smell?
No, like the smell hit me, and I was like, oh. And then it stayed in the nostrils.
Yeah.
And you go home, you're like, I still smell like you just burn everything and you still smell it. I still smell it.
Yeah.
It was blah. I feel like it's a good rule to not flagellate in front of your mate.
Yeah, I mean I typically do it across the room. I don't do it near. I do it as jokes. As like, yo, guess what happened? Baby.
Dion's butt cheeks, baby. Baby.
Yeah, let's give a warm rousing applause.
Now me and my daughter, oh man, we be having competitions.
Yeah.
And like I could always burp on command, you know, and like she learned how to do it already. Yeah. I was like, you're way ahead of me, kid. We'll have burp offs all the time, and they hate it, but
you know what I find funny also is hiccups. Hiccups is like is the disrespect of like somebody's like I think you should shut up. It's like, nah, I'm good. So remember that time?
Chopping the throat.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to just like tell people about the political.
What is a hiccup?
I have no idea.
People are like, yeah, here's how you get rid of. There's 20,000 ways to get rid of a hiccup, but yet
no one knows. Where does it come from?
I don't know.
Is it contagious?
I don't know what a hiccup is. I don't know where it comes from. Maybe they should tell you hiccups make you taller.
Really?
Yeah, that was like a rumor back in the day. Maybe
you got to do it yourself?
I used to try to get the hiccups all the time.
Like usually Shaq, like, Shaq come up and hiccup all the time. Hiccup is an involuntary spasm of the diaphragm, usually short-lived and not a sign of something serious. Why does it happen? Like I heard it.
We know that. Google.
But where does it come from? Why do I hiccup? Eating too much or too quickly, feeling nervous or excited, drinking carbonated beverages. Yeah. So he's like,
it's like the precursor to vomit.
The precursor what?
To vomit. It's like it's eating something too fast.
Yeah, but you know what's funny is that hiccup look of like when you smell about the vomit and their whole energy change.
Yeah,
people like, hey man, you good over there?
My bottom lip gets numb when I'm gonna throw it. I'm like, oh, my whole lip. I was like, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, it's coming out.
This is it.
It's coming out. Like you go from this like, hey, we out here, we living the life, yo. And you're like, yo, you good?
We'll be immediate too.
Yeah.
Be like,
hey yo, hey. Everybody just slow down. Everyone just slow down.
Just start grabbing me, dog. Man. Cool.
Hey man, I love you, man.
I need to go outside and get some air. I need to go outside.
Hey, is there a smoking patio out there?
You smoke?
No. I just need to get out.
You want the vomit patio?
We ain't cleaned up. I don't care. You barefooted. I'm fine.
Move.
Say less.
I told this story before, but when I found Tony Baker on the
when you
bathroom,
found him?
I found him on the bathroom floor in a bar. On the ground, curled up on a fetus, like a fetus. In that fetal position.
I would love to film that.
That was great.
I know you felt sorry for him at the time, but just imagine having that footage.
We were in the bar and I was like, man, where's Tony? He didn't say nothing. Walks in the bathroom.
Face on the ground.
He was like this. Like curled, was like sprawled out.
And you see vomit everywhere?
Nah, he vomited later.
Okay.
His dude's BMW. It was hilarious.
Oh God! You know,
I didn't even think. I just knew that we got to keep Tony alive. This was like my thought. Because people get alcohol poisoning and they die. You know,
I thought you were saying like it was like he was a hired subject that you was like the only job is to keep him alive.
No, I just know I was just like I don't know what he had, how much he had, or who did what. I was just like, did somebody do something to him or what happened? You see your boy on the floor in the bathroom.
Right.
I don't go like, oh, he must have laid down because he's tired. You go like, yo, who attacked you? I'm like,
yo,
you good? Yeah, dog, just leave me here.
Just leave me here, man. Let me live.
I was messed up.
Yeah. You ever Googled your name?
Yeah.
What's first thing pops up?
I think like just YouTube, Twitter, probably not Twitter, Instagram. There's nothing.
You got an IMDb.
My IMDb comes up first.
First, yep. I don't know what five Chaz Rogers is. What's that about?
That's probably just different people.
Are you Charles Rogers?
What else comes up?
Comedian with Tony and Chaz Rogers. What was that?
A long time ago, huh?
Yeah, 2012.
Yeah.
Male photographer, male model.
Wait, go back up.
Oh, okay.
What? That's me. some half-naked girl. Put in RODGERS. Did you spell ROG?
Yeah.
Put in RODG.
Oh, DG.
Yeah.
Oh, that D is very.
It's Rodgers.
That's why I don't know why we didn't take advantage of the ROD of my first name and your last name. I don't know how to do
Rodion?
My first name is Roderick.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. ROD.
Yeah, that's all me. That's all me right there.
I'm bad.
I got a whole page for me.
Yeah. There we go.
Head writer,
Open up with
time and bounce. Look
yeah,
at that.
there we go. Perfect
That's
plan,
my LinkedIn.
Manny.
Yeah, Uncle Manny.
Yeah.
Jasmine T. Right, I got my whole.
Jasmine T.
IMDb.
Tell people about the middle name. What the middle name?
Theodore.
Theodore.
Failed podcast, a fresh start that I tried. Oh, and I'm a real estate agent.
Really?
In your area.
Stop it. Are you for real?
No.
I'm just saying. I love looking up the things that is
my
like
pictures. I got a whole page for me now. I used to not be like the Chaz writers that would come up. And so now I'm the only one. I'm trying to be the only Chaz.
So out of all these things over here, which one is not yours?
Just the bottom one.
The real estate agent.
Mm-hmm. The rest is on me.
Yeah.
Yep.
I be looking at like people's IMDb's and be like, I ain't do that. Look at this picture, dude. Look at this guy, man. Jasmine is the funniest guy I know, man. This dude, like he's a stubborn. If it ain't fun for me, I ain't doing it. Chaz is the funniest guy.
Not 100% wrong.
Yeah. So.
I think about this though. I have two goals in life. It's to have fun and make people laugh. Right?
But you can make people laugh by having fun.
Well, that's the great thing about it. Mm-hmm. Those are my only two goals.
Yeah.
People are always trying to interfere in my two goals.
Okay.
Now, when I had to have a job, right, because you got to work. Mm-hmm. So when I was turning 18, that's why I started to do stand-up, because I was like, if I have to work, I want to do the most fun job I can think of. Mm-hmm. And that's when I started doing stand-up. Mm-hmm. It wasn't because I loved stand-up or I loved comedy so much, but it was because I was like, these other jobs suck. Right. And I was like, I want to do something fun forever. When I moved to LA, it was really hard to get paid to do stand-up, as you know. Anywhere else, it was never a problem.
Would you like I see you juggling earlier. Mm-hmm. So if somebody paid you $500 million
I'm gone.
a year to juggle, just to juggle.
Oh, what?
To juggle, and
damn, that's a lot of money you just said. I don't know if you realize how much money you said.
Well, because we had to say
$500 million a year. I'm saying yes to dang near anything. A year?
No, because we had the same conversation on Daddy Issues, and you was like, I have to have comedy. I was gonna say you can't do comedy though.
Oh, okay. But $500 million a year to just juggle
as a clown.
I'm juggling. I'm a billionaire in 2 years.
Well, not necessarily. People be forgetting that you obtain the money. Mm-hmm. You have the money, but your life hasn't changed. Mm-hmm. So as soon as you start spending the money, that money starts to deplete.
Right, but what house am I gonna buy?
That's what I'm saying. So
I'm gonna go buy a $500 million house.
Right? No, it doesn't. So what I'm saying is, people be forget like you have to keep that money. You have to make investments to keep that money there. So if I'm a millionaire, mm-hmm. like if you say, hey Dion, here's $1 million check. People say, oh my God, I'm a millionaire. As soon as I spend $1, I am no longer a millionaire.
Right. But if you say, all right, Chaz, you get $500 million a year, mm-hmm. and I go, okay, cool. If I don't spend, let's say I have to be on a tight budget and only spend $100 million on a year, mm-hmm. right? So I still have $400 million.
Right.
I go like, well, in the next year I have $900. Mm-hmm. Can I go off, hopefully, and not only spend $100 million a year? That's a lot of money to spend.
Yeah, but you still got to get lawyers and insurance.
All that stuff is fine. Even if you say, because even right now, right, you go, here's 10% for an agent, here's 10% for a manager, here's 5% for...
That's a lot. That's
a lot of money.
Ain't $10.
Right, but and then usually it's 5% for a lawyer, so that's 25% plus taxes.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money that you wind up
making.
Of what you're making, right? It's a lot of money that comes out of that.
Right.
So then if you go, cool, I have an accountant and I have blah, 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 right? So what people don't do is they don't, of course, they live to the dollar amount and not mm-hmm. what they actually make.
Right.
But... what a lot of these cats do is that's why everybody has all their money in investments, because you're still valued at a certain number, but you're not really worth that number, right? Mm-hmm. So, and that's just how you protect the capital gains, and that's just how you protect your money. But eventually, if you sell that stock, you got to, like all these guys who are billionaires, they don't have it
right
liquid,
right?
There's nobody that's just walking around with $100 billion.
What is the opposite of liquid?
Stocks, cash, just in the bank.
Because they was like, what is it liquid? I'm like, what is the other?
It's a gas. I got 100 million gas.
I got 100 million solid.
No, it's crazy. And then, but that's why you want somebody who, if you are going to pay 10% to anybody, you need to be busting your butt, bro.
Yeah.
You need to be working so hard and you need to be finding me crazy gigs.
Yeah.
10%.
Yeah. I mean, what is the gigs? Are you talking about juggling?
No, I'm just saying in general. Like even just like as writing right now, like I have an agent and a manager, and it's like, yo, you guys can't get the money that I make from me.
Right.
If you go get something, as we call eat what you kill, mm-hmm. if you go get it, you got 10% of that.
What if you got a job on your own? Is your agent and manager's like, hey, I need that?
They haven't ever said it to me.
No?
I've only got jobs on my own.
On your own?
Yeah.
So that answers that question.
I mean, they're gonna tell me, yeah, they send me money. No, then what?
Yeah, because I remember that happened to me with my commercial. I did it on my own. I literally did it by myself.
Yeah.
And she hit me up and was like, "Hey, I seen your commercial. Did you go through that with me? Why didn't you go there with me?" And I was like, "Because I did it myself." And she was like, "Kind of like you could have spoke to me about that, because I could have negotiated more money for you." I was like, "To who?"
I went it right myself.
To the source. Yeah. I went right to the source.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, agencies and lawyers, man, that's a great hustle, man. Because imagine if you have 10 people on your roster and all them 10 people working.
Right. Well, it's like this, though. Like, agents always say, we only get 10%, so you got to do 90% of the work. Right? That's like an agent idiom, if you will, right? And so my thing is like, and an agent's job is really to negotiate. They negotiate your deals. They look over stuff. They're also lawyers for the most part, most agents, right? So they're a big part of your legal team also. A manager is supposed to go get you gigs. He's supposed to go get you in these rooms. He's supposed to go network. Like a manager's supposed to be the person who's, yo, you didn't hear about Chaz? You didn't hear about Chaz? Your agent don't care. My agent got,
yeah,
way different people.
Right.
Way bigger than me.
Right.
So your manager has to be the one who's out there like Chaz. I don't expect that from my agent at all. Mm-hmm. I go like, hey, do you know, if I hit my agent, I'm like, do you know such and such? I'm trying to make this connection here.
Yeah.
And you can use their entire resource. Right, so if you're with my agent's much smaller, but if you're with a Gersh, and if you're with a William Morris, then hopefully you have an agent who's down enough to be like, great, let me go hit this person, who go hit that person.
I have no one fighting for me.
Well, they don't really fight for you. Like that's the problem is that the agent's really not doing much until you're either a huge somebody, mm-hmm. and they're the ones who go like, no, like.
No, I never had a manager I had an agent.
Neither one has gotten me money or work. Neither one until we'll see, because now is the first time my manager submitted me for something.
Okay.
So we'll see, And then the other stuff was like, I've gotten everything 100%.
Yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then somebody's asking me like, oh, what's the best way to go get an agent? I'm like, go book.
Yeah.
Go get jobs and they'll come.
So let me ask you this. Why do you want? Like people always try to like break it down. Like, why do you want to become who you want? What is the end game? So what is your end game?
So there's a couple answers to this. Mm-hmm. Okay, one is always to make. So getting into this Hollywood business is very tough.
Yeah.
And getting into it as a person of color is even tougher.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't know where to start. My whole goal is to make it so easy that it's the same as applying for a job somewhere.
Yes.
Not that you may necessarily start at a level that you want, even if it's just PAing. People go like, well, how do I PA? I'm like, there needs to be a source where people can just go online and go like, hey, I need a crew of people. It should be like a Craigslist kind of thing.
No, it's not going to work. I'm going to hold on that because most of our jobs are recommendations.
Right.
You do not want to hire somebody on your set that's going to be in charge of a P card that you don't know.
Right. But if you did a thing like how Uber rates people and stuff like that, and you go, this person has this experience, seriously.
But it's your first time. What's your first time? You know what I'm saying?
But that's different. I mean, but you need people who are beginners, and you need to build up people. But that's everybody's hardest time is starting out.
Yeah.
But eventually what happens is this person's busy. We have to take a chance on somebody who's first time. You have to.
Right.
Yeah. And people who've been PAing, no much trying to be a PA for 10 years.
Right.
You have to.
I definitely was.
What, PA for 10 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to keep new people in because eventually you go like, they move up or they quit.
Right. And
somebody else has got to come in and you got to go like, well, hey, here's an 18-year-old who don't know nothing, who's just happy to be here.
Right.
But 18-year-olds now know everything. So
yeah, I was a PA on purpose for 2008 to about 2015 because I knew the responsibilities of like coordinator or office. Like I knew the growth of where we were going, and all the shows I was getting hired for was like the movie awards and VMAs and like the Emmys and Oscars. I could have definitely got into the writer's room, but I figured I didn't know anybody, so I had to kind of it was a whole different team. Like when we work on shows that huge, they're not like in the same circle of people. Right. And only way I could have moved up was in that line, like a line producer or an associate producer or the office coordinator. So I never wanted to move up in next because I knew how much responsibility was that. But during that time, writing my butt off, dude. I'm talking about like Voyage of Truth. I wrote my 2 books. I wrote a couple scripts. Yeah. Because there was so much downtime. Right. 1 second, Ricky, do me a favor. Can you turn the dryer off? It's gonna keep buzzing. But yeah, end game.
So that's one. Is to make Hollywood way more accessible for everybody, not just people of color, but for everybody. Because you'll move across your country. I mean, not know anybody, have no idea where to start or how to start, and it should be. I hate how exclusive people try to make it feel. Yeah. And they make it feel like it's this thing where you got like, oh, you literally have to go live in your car and you have to work 2 jobs. And I'm like, well, even once you finally get the end, it's not worth half the effort that you put in. Like, it's like money wise, absolutely not. And then jobs don't last that long. Yeah. So it's not like you're working 365. It's like you're going to work for a couple months, then you're unemployed again. And you work a couple months, then you're unemployed again, And so there should be a easier way to even get jobs where there should be a way bigger resource. And I hate the secretiveness of, oh man, you got to do this, you got to do that.
I mean, honestly, you want to hire your friends.
You do. You want to hire people you like and your friends.
So when you say it should be some sort of like a central hub to hire people, it's going to be like, yo, Chaz, my son is wanting to get into the business, man. You could be like, go on this website, just a little Interpol.
No, if I can help you, like I hired Tony's son, I hired DC's daughter. I'd hire Cadence in a heartbeat if she ever wanted to come. And the other daughter, I would definitely always do that. But hopefully you're at a point where there's so many shows. When I look at CBS, I'm like, how many people did they employ? Right. When I look at any network of people or any station, there's thousands of employees, and I go, are we only hiring people that we know? Yeah. Because that's trash.
Sucks. I mean, even it comes to like Taco Bell, all my jobs. Yeah. I was never hired off of like a website.
Yeah.
I was always hired from people just kind of like, yeah, come in, talk to Amber.
Yeah.
Come on in, talk to Jake. It was all like, you know, recommendations.
No, I've definitely been hired. Like when I got to UPS, hired off the street. I just came in.
Really?
I became right into a supervisor too.
You got fired off the street. You got supervisor.
They just liked me so much.
Wow.
They're just like, he's a well-speaking black man. We'll take him.
Well-speaking. Not speaking today. I can't even
speak. Well-speaking.
Speaking, not even spoken. Well-speaking.
Speaking black man. We'll take one. Do you have any more like you? No, I've gotten definitely. And then the last time at the flyaway, same thing. I walked in. I said, "Hey, are you guys hiring?" Guy was like, "Yeah,
please."
And I walked in and started working.
Everyone, what is besides comedy? What is your best job that you ever worked?
Flyaway.
Really? Mm-hmm. How long was you there?
7 years.
And it was because of the tips.
Oh yeah. So first I started working for the parking company and the loading luggage. They were in the same place. I started with the parking company, and it was so great because I was a supervisor. I was making like 15
keep doing the
because I had nobody to supervise.
Oh, that's funny.
At UPS, I had employees and it sucked. And I was a supervisor and it was trash. And I hated it. I was stressed. I was middle management. It was awful. Over there, I made more money, less work, and it was great. And then I would just be writing.
Yeah.
When people were like, "Man, how'd you have time?" I'm like, I was writing so much.
Yeah.
And then I was working 2 jobs. So at that job, I could write, work, blah, blah, blah. Then I go low luggage when I got hired there, which is like a year later. And then I was doing like 80 hours a week I made the same amount of money. So I was making so much money. I was making $1,000 a week easily just in cash.
Yeah.
And then I was probably doing I think I was doing like $5,000 a month. So which was crazy difference when I was the $1,800 a month I was making. So that's why I was able to like save so much money. That's why I started taking, and then I let the parking job go because having the loading luggage, it was 2 jobs in one.
Yeah.
And I was working 5 hours a day, 4 days a week.
Yeah.
And I was making still $2,000 to $3,000 a month. It was great.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, great. I'm gonna save a year's worth of rent, and then I'm just gonna work. I'm gonna take all these classes. That's when I got into the improv team. I was on a UCB house team. Also, I was just working and grinding so much because I had so much freedom.
Yeah.
And that was because I was working 5 hours a day.
Yeah. That's gay. That's
4 days a week.
That's gangster, yeah.
Then I had Thursday, Friday, Saturday off.
Yeah.
Man.
What you got fired from any of your jobs?
I got fired from what did I get fired? I had a lot of telemarketing jobs. Always got fired.
I never wanted to do that.
No one should ever be unemployed if you can read. You can go get a telemarketing job. Even I would go just for the training. Know dang well I'm gonna get fired.
Yeah.
And go make a couple $100.
Yeah.
Just for the training.
Is it good money?
No, it was always like $8. But I'm like, if I'm poor,
an hour?
Yeah, it was always like the minimum wage.
Yeah.
But if I was broke, which I was, and I was living in and out of whatever my homeless periods were,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I can read very well.
Yeah.
Hi, would you like to buy a such and such? Whatever it was. I would always keep a job just from so many telemarketing jobs.
The funny thing is telemarketing is like it's pretty much collecting money from other people, right?
No, we were doing it's just calling whoever. We were doing movie surveys for Nielsen. We were like, hey, I'm Chaz Rogers with Nielsen Movie Surveys. Oh, hi, Nielsen. Yeah. Hey, there's a bunch of new movies coming out. Would you like to take a survey on them?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. And they were way too long of surveys. And we would do that. I did one for Toner and Ink, and companies were like,
wow.
I
got telemarketers and bill collectors mixed up.
Yeah, bill collector wants your money. They're telemarketers also probably, but they're bill collectors. No,
go ahead.
Any kind of thing was like, hey, Dion, remember encyclopedia people would call? They'd come to your house.
Yeah.
It was like now they would call, be like, hey, you guys interested for a set of blah 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 blah? Like whatever it was, you could just call somebody and you're a telemarketer and easiest money ever.
I make the best of bill collectors. When they call me, I give them the time of their life.
You don't give them money though.
No. Hey! Is this Jack? No, this is Mike. I'm looking for Roderick Lacking. Hey, Mike. Hey, Pat. We got. They're like, no. This is Mike. Hey, we got Gerald on the phone right now. Hey, you come over here for some macaroni cheese. You come with that macaroni cheese. It's like, sir, what are you talking about? Hey, your grandson on the phone? They're like, sir, please, I need to speak with Roger. Hey, Gerald. Hey, Gerald, get in here. And like, sir, you done? No, hold on, I ain't done yet because I gotta get some of that sweet potato pie. You gonna wait for that one with that lily?
That boy for the what?
You gonna come over here and get some of that one with that lily? They're like, sir, please, I just need to talk to Roger Lacking. This call is being monitored. He gonna get monitored. Gonna get monitored.
Dumb.
Yeah, they just eventually hang up. I was like, they gonna remember this like, this fool knew what I was trying to do, and he just had this whole. I'm
just a polite hang up. I guess it's rude, but I'll just be like, look.
I mean, if I got time,
hey,
I got time.
Hey, is this Chaz? Click.
Yeah.
I'm like, well,
At one time, I said, listen to it. Let me tell you something. I got one more year until this fall off my credit. So I'm not paying nothing.
You never get me.
Let me tell you something, brother.
I remember somebody tried to threaten me with like not being able to buy a house. They was like, well, if your credit goes back, I won't be able to buy a house. I was like, have you seen? I'm in Los Angeles, ma'am.
Yeah,
I can't buy a house no matter how much money I make.
Hold on. Ricky, did you close the door again? You close the door. Okay. Yeah, people would be trying
Dion's parenting me. Hold on a second.
Yeah, because it got hot all of a sudden.
Did you do the dishes? Hold on. I told you to vacuum. Not now. You told the vacuum earlier.
Matter of fact, just do it now.
You're on punishment. Go to your room.
Give me the belt.
Hold on, yo.
Come back sweaty.
Have you whooped your kids? Do you whoop them?
Have I whooped them?
Yeah. Cadence, you got.
We should ask.
Have you gotten whoopings, Cadence?
Yep.
Yeah.
So how have I whooped you?
This is definitely going in court.
No, because so I'm glad she's here for this.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna give her too much detail because I don't want to embarrass her and she's embarrassed. But so she was just doing too much online. Mm-hmm. TikTok is already a problem for her. She's addicted to TikTok.
Yeah, my nephew too.
She's 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
She's illegally on there because they all of a sudden said 13 and above.
Okay.
So
she's illegal.
Right. She's
illegal.
Riding
dirty on TikTok.
So they always ban her account because it's like, show proof that you're 13. Mm-hmm. So she started to kind of like not only lie to the TikTok saying she's 13, she's born at this age. Mm-hmm. She started to tell people, hey, I'm 13. And now the creepy people like, oh, you 13, so you of age? Oh, yeah. So I'm like, yo, you can't do this. You can't talk to these people that. This is not cool. And you know, she's like giving out her number and stuff. So I'm like, okay, you're in trouble. Mm-hmm. I didn't whoop her, do anything. So she came over. She came to the loft, and we just kind of had like a weekend to just kind of explain to her that, you know, pedophilia is real, and people will try to sucker you in by saying, "Hey, what school you go to? I want to see you. Yeah, I want to give you some money or some candy or whatever." They try to get to know you and stuff. I'm explaining this to her. And she's like, okay, all right, I understand that. I'm showing her all these videos, how to catch a predator. Like, this is real. This is real.
Yeah.
And then, like later that night, just randomly, in the midst of an argument, not an argument of discipline, she just randomly was like, Dad, guess what? I figured out this Rubik's Cube. I was like, what? Now I'm like, yo, my baby's a genius. I filmed it like, yo.
Put this on TikTok.
And now, yes. And now I'm like, everything's out the door. Because I'm like, my baby is a genius. So I rewinded it back. And I was like, I want to film this so I can show people that you can do this.
Yeah.
She went in another room. And I was like, why are you going in another room? She's like, I want you to. I was like, the whole purpose of me saying I wanted to show you this is to show people that you can do this.
Yeah.
This girl took the tape off, the stickers off.
You are a genius.
She took the stickers off
and put them on. Okay, yo, that's genius.
Thank you.
That is genius.
And I was just like, you voluntarily lied to me. You were going to sleep.
You were so impressed.
Yes.
You should still be impressed because that was genius.
And I was like, I said, sweetheart, I didn't punish you for the earlier thing. I was like, but you voluntarily was like, Dad, Let me show you what I discovered. I told her no TV, no phone. Only thing you can play with is this. Only thing you can play with this.
You need to figure out this.
And then she all of a sudden was like, "Hey, look, Dad, look what I did." And I was like, "What? I got a baby genius here." And I was like, "Did you take the stickers off?" And she said, "Mm-mm." I was like, "Cadence." And you can see the edges like kind of lifted up a little bit. And I was like, do not lie to me. Did you honestly wake me up to lie to me? Even though you went through a trial of problems. Like, why would you do this? And then I did the whole elbow thing of like this. Like, why would you lie to me? Why would you lie to me? And I did the around like this, running around like that. Don't hit me. Like, why? What is wrong with you? You've been lying you've been doing this.
That's great.
And then, sure enough, a week after that, she get on TikTok again.
Mm-hmm. Just start the whole cycle over.
I was like, it's time, because obviously she doesn't have any repercussions. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you have to see the problem in this.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the things of like you got to find a breaking point of you don't see this as a problem. Because it's like nothing's going to happen to me. Imagine if you keep speeding. I always call them speeding tickets instead of whoopings. Mm-hmm. Imagine if you speed down to 405 every single day, and the cop stops you and say, "Hey man, come on, dude, slow down." He's like, "Give you a warning." Mm-hmm. You keep doing it.
Right.
Give you a warning.
Right.
Now I gotta give you a speeding ticket, right, because obviously you had to have some sort of repercussion.
And if you go too fast, they'll tow your whole car.
They will?
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I went 50 over once, and not on the freeway, but just on some street, and they towed my entire vehicle.
Yeah.
It's like you're endangerment to humanity.
Endangerment to humanity.
I was like, yeah, I guess I could kill a human. Yeah, that's a good point.
You can kill somebody at 2 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
It's my biggest fear ever. I never had fear until I had my daughter.
Yeah. Now
it's my biggest fear. Something happens to her.
Hitting you? What, driving?
No,
or?
It's just anything happens to her.
Yeah.
It's the only fear I've had. I moved to LA. I've been homeless. I've been slept outside. I had all this stuff and wake up with no problem. It's the only thing I wake up in the middle of the night of and go like.
It is terrifying to find out that.
Yeah. Whoa, damn! Yeah, might cut all that.
So I'm laughing at the. I think she's checking to see if she closed that door, because I think she just lied again right now. You closing that door back there, pretty girl? No. Okay. Yeah. Man, lying is such a because the beauty of lying is you can quickly get out of a situation by telling somebody what you want to hear.
Right.
What they want to hear.
Right.
But is lying ever good? Let me ask you that.
Is lying ever good? I'm pretty honest. I'm a pretty honest person. I found that out to be the best thing. Like when they always say honesty is the best policy. Mm-hmm. Honesty gets me out of everything. Yeah. It really does. And then because now when I used to try to lie to my parents, also I think this though. I think that parents, people you love, mates, blah, 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 you have to be patient enough when someone does tell you the truth to not get mad or to not react in a way. You know what I mean? Because there has to be incentive on telling the truth. Yeah. And the incentive is just understanding, you know? Because if I tell you the truth and you still blow up on me, and I'm like, I could have just lied and took my chances on a gamble, right? If you're going to act like this, I might as well just lied about it and took my chances, right? So I remember my parents, my brother used to lie all the time. My parents would be like, hey, if you tell the truth, you won't get in trouble. My brother would be like, oh, okay. If you tell the truth, then they'd be like, why would you do that? He was like, you guys just tell me, you know, and he'd just be like, I'm just lying forever now, you know? And me, I would just be like, I was just so low key. And I always tell my parents the truth that anytime I did lie, it'd be so rare that they would believe me. Yeah. And I was like, you just had to keep them super. But now that I'm a grown up and now that I'm an adult, I've always realized that the more mature I am, the more I just tell people how I'm feeling in that moment, the easier my life has been.
Would you want your friends, family, spouse to tell you the truth of something that you never found out? of like say for instance, your mom in like 97 was like, yeah, I cheated on your dad.
I found that out vice versa. It's one of those things that when you get older,
You want to know that?
Yeah, because when you get older, you know that this stuff is hard, right? And that marriage is hard, marriage is work, and you learn that there's so much that goes on and being an adult, and so much pressure, and there's so much tension all the time that your life becomes this between work, relationships, family. It's always this, right? And you're always doing this, and I can't get mad at somebody who falters. Once I can't hold someone else to a higher standard. You ever work with somebody? You ever work with somebody you just can't stand?
Yes.
And you go like, I hate this person.
Yeah.
This person has to be the most hated person in the world.
Right.
Somebody loves the shit out that person.
Yeah.
There's a father, a son, a daughter who loves that person. And I'm like, you're a terror. But to someone else, this person can do no wrong.
You're loved.
But we are all just flawed people.
Yeah.
And the more I understand that for everybody, the more compassion and patience I have, because I go like, the only thing I won't take is the physical abuse. You know what I mean? I'll go like, oh, if you want to lie and cheat on your spouse, that's all on you. Once you start abusing people, like, oh, you a fucking 3-year-old throwing a tantrum? That's when I get upset.
Yeah.
Like, you can't control your physical emotion. That's crazy to me.
Right.
But otherwise, I go like, dude, I can't falter anybody, man. I'm like, it's hard out here, bro. And then, the more popular you get in temptations, I tell you all the time, I'm like, man, the more money we make, the more problems we're gonna have, right? And I don't believe this. I don't believe more money, more problems. I believe more money, different problems, right? I'm like, because I want that problem, I want that solution of not having money as a problem. That sounds great, but it's one problem down. But when I think about, man, like all the things that are going to come with it, I'm like, dude, our families are going to change.
Yeah.
Our friends are going to change. Me and you are going to grow and change. We're going to discover new different things. And I was like, we're all going to have these different versions of ourselves in these different times. And I go like, just tell me up front how you're feeling.
Yeah.
And if you
immediately.
and just keep it 100 with me all the time. And I'm not going to be mad at you. I understand. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if yo was like, hey, there's some other dude I'm feeling, I'm not gonna be like, what? What in the hell? I go like, okay, well, let's talk about this. Because if you want to go be with homie, we got to make some alterations in how we do things. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to sit there and hold you and choke you and be like, that's not how we do. You know
I want both of y'all. Is it cool? I can get both of y'all. I'll have him on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays.
And I'll be like, well, let's talk about it.
Am I involved? Can I be a part of it?
But I also realize that, I'm different. My mom hates the way me and yo raised Izzy because it's not the old school, way. And it's like, not say she hates it, but she just goes like, she wanted to do that with me. And I'm like, well, this is why I was so scared to talk to other adults. And I grew up and it was always, I'm still 36 now, talking about some yes or no. So the people my age or a little older, and I'm like, these should be my peers.
Right.
But I always have that grown folks combo, it's what's it called? We always say
complex?
No, we always talk about grown folks business.
Yeah.
Now, if I see anybody older than me, I'll be like, they're talking. Let me go. I'm like, Mike, I don't want Izzy to raise like that thing. I'd rather Izzy be, hopefully she's not this, but I'd rather her be boisterous about herself. I'd rather her than meek. I'd rather her be like, hey, I'm great, than to be like, well, hey, you can come see. Like, I'd rather her be the loud person in the room getting stuff done than a meek person who gets ignored.
You know what? What I try to do that with my daughters right now, but TikTok, friends, family is a huge influence on like justifying their worth. Like if they don't, like, I compliment my daughters all the time. You're beautiful. You're enough.
Right.
That's why I literally call her nickname is Pretty Girl.
Yeah.
Like I let her know this all the time.
Yeah.
But that fact that she's on TikTok and she's comparing her views to other people's views, it becomes like, I don't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to post anymore because it's like, it sucks because like the worth of views become their outcome. So now it's like when friends, we say like we had said, I don't want to do this, because if somebody says, if she's like, yeah, we should do this, and like, we don't want to do that. Now it's like, maybe my suggestions are not worth it anymore. And I think we should wear the color blue. It's like, yeah, we're wearing red. It's like, oh man, all my suggestions were getting rejected. So that right there kind of be a conflict of how we treat her at home when it comes to like worth. So when you say, I want my daughter to be like this, like, man, it all depends on how much how strong her mind is and
Right.
how much she believes it. Because when I say like school and
Yeah.
people saying,
And you know, like you're gonna be your kid's biggest influence until friends. You know that Cadence is 10. Yeah, man. I remember like when my friends became my world, it was like 11, 12.
Yep.
Is when I was like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with these cats all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is my family now.
Yeah.
And you got to take us or none of
Right.
us. My thing is for people is just like, man, I really, really hope that, you know, Izzy does her own thing because it's fun. And I go like, I like me a lot, you know? Like I love hanging out with me. I can be by myself.
Me too.
All day. And I make myself laugh.
In my drawers.
In my drawers, make myself laugh. I'll look at myself in the mirror and be like, oh, you fat bastard. You're so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, I'll look at myself and just like love being around.
Right.
But also, I spent a lot of time by myself in my 20s. Because I don't think I was like that in high school. I was like, oh man, let's go. Where's everybody at? Like, where the friends at?
Yeah.
And then, you know, being out here, I had nobody. I didn't go home for vacations and family. That's kind of also why I'm a Grinch around Christmas, because I just go like, it's another day.
Yeah.
You know, but.
Let me tell you something, man. Truth of Deion Lack. I have a lot of fantastic clothes that I've bought myself at a different size.
Yeah.
You having fun up there laughing at that?
I'm just saying.
And the confidence of my weight gain in the past 3 years is discouraging. So like, should I buy more clothes at this size, or should I lose this weight to get back to that size? And it's like, and a lot of times I'm starting to realize that when people like invites me out, I'm like, gosh, do I gotta wear this?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have like.
This is a big reason I'm in sweats all the time now.
Man, dude, you vibing with me, man? Because I can't fit my jeans no
But
more,
also,
man.
I never buy anything more than a large. So I go like,
Really?
Yeah, I just go, you just have to be uncomfortable until you lose this weight. I go like, that's just what
Wow.
you have to do now.
Wow.
I'm like, I'm not buying anything bigger for you. You got this size and down. That's it.
Let me tell you something.
You don't fit in something, bro. You just don't fit in something.
You encouraged me to do keto.
Yeah.
So I would say 2018, early 2018. Me
Before
and
I
Chaz
got pregnant, ruined my baby. We were looking great.
Yeah, man. Me and Chaz was.
Me and Deanna
going
were underwear
tough.
models. We were looking great.
And when I tell you, folks, whoever is deciding to do keto, yes, it works.
Yeah.
But it literally is like crack. As soon as you go back, like a smidget of sweet.
Yeah.
It is so hard.
You just gotta stay disciplined. It is hard to break. But also, I spent a long time trying to get in. I was like trying to find this, trying to find that, and keto worked. And then it's just that thing of being consistent, right? Like with any workout, it's like, because people, I don't like when people say it's a fad. There was some dude, they did a whole documentary on Netflix about keto, and this guy was getting seizures and stuff. And so every time I eat like a bunch of salt or whatever, I would have a pass out. And keto was the only thing that made it so I didn't pass out for years. And then even like I think 2 weeks ago, I had some Indian food pass out at the crib.
Wow.
Just like I was like, lip got numb. I was like, crap.
It's time.
Then I was like, I gotta go back to keto because that's the only thing that keeps me regulated and healthy.
Right.
And my blood sugars are normal. I'm like, nothing else has ever done for years. My entire life has always been like, Chaz, me and Tony, Serene, Fonzo, McCullough.
Yeah.
We were all out, passed out in the middle of the restaurant.
Wow.
Because we had this big something stupid burger.
Yeah.
They all thought I died. And then, but it's just that. It's like, if I don't regulate what I eat and keep it healthy and clean, and keto doesn't mean you just eat meat for people.
No, not at all.
Dude, salads are keto. Like, it's just no bread, no sugar.
Yeah,
for
cheese,
the most part.
and eggs.
Because people just like, we just gonna eat a steak every day. I'm like,
No,
Why?
we had heavy vegetables.
yeah.
So to explain it to people, it's any food that doesn't soak up water, pretty much, like pastas and rice and bread, anything that can suck up water. It was
Yeah, I
like
think about that. Yeah. I mean, and it's like the breakdown of keto is ketosis, which is a phase your body goes into when it starts burning fat for fuel and not sugar. So your body, I think, where's it from? Is it your liver? I forgot what I can see. Your body produces ketones from, not your liver. What else is in there? Kidneys? No. Prostate? No. It's some organ in there that your body, I forgot what it is now. But your body will produce these things called ketones. And it's all about like keeping your sugar down. And insulin. Anything that's insulin resistant. Like that was the biggest thing. Is like if you eat foods, so you can go online and you can look at an insulin index, and it will show you foods that are higher in insulin than others. And everything that's keto, dairy, eggs, meat, the fattier the meat, the lower the insulin index. So fish, especially like salmon and steak and all that stuff, and then chicken and turkey would be higher, but higher on the low end. And then breads, of course, are like really high, right? Pastas are really high. So if you can keep, and that was like, I read this book called
it was something.
The Obesity Code by Dr. Fung. And that was, he was talking about, was that insulin was a key to weight gain. And we know that also by like diabetes, people take insulin shots, and it doesn't work for a lot of people because now they're getting too much insulin. And in his book, he kind of broke all that stuff down. And when he was talking about fasting was the key. Fasting is why keto works. And did you fast a lot when you were doing keto?
I did 1 meal a day.
Yeah. So, but I noticed that is when I stopped doing it, it's so hard to get back to it. And then before, I remember I built up because I was like,
yeah, you were doing like 2 or 3 days of fasting.
The longest I did was 4 days. And and for a year and some change, I was eating once every other day. And it worked for like a long time. I was doing it. But then when Iz came, I think the stress came and everything just changed. And
so when did you break it? When was the first time you was like,
I remember when I was great all the way. When that night Izzy was born, Yo's mom, I was so tired, and I was already just not in a great space when I found out she was pregnant. Like I was happy, but not, And I was still and I was still fit. I was still good. Even our baby shower, I was still in good shape. You were there?
Yeah.
I was still wearing size 34s.
Damn it.
And then, yeah, man, that day she was born, her mom bought like all this food, and that was like the beginning. And then we were waking up at 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. and and it was just that, and it was the tired. And Izzy just now, that's why I've just now been going back to the gym. Yeah. So Izzy just now been sleeping all night.
Right.
Like it's been 3 years.
She's finally sleeping at night.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yes.
That should have happened like 9 months.
Yes. Izzy would not sleep through the whole night, and so I tell people, I'm like, I ain't slept in years. I'm like I'm always like, look at my eyes.
Look at me. Help me.
People be like, well, you look exhausted. Like,
yes.
I am tired. And then now it's been like, I've been going up. That's why I've been getting up at 6 in the morning these last 3 weeks. I'm like, I can get up and go to the gym again. I can be going on these walks, and I'm like, I feel like me again. And like, that's been the best part about it. It's like,
man.
People be like, you didn't have the baby. Like, shut the
come on, man. You don't know what I go through.
Lucky Katie's is here. Say some things to y'all.
I remember when I broke mine, man. I broke my keto twice. It was, I think it was Harvey Studios. Somebody had brought like a platter of cookies.
Well, that's probably gonna happen there. Yeah, that place is horrible to stay.
Yeah, it was a platter of cookies that nobody wanted.
And you were just like,
and then I was like, and in my head I was like, I'll just give it to my kids. and crazily, well, I don't know if that's the word.
Crazily,
crazily, it was the cookies that they didn't want. It was like three packs. It was like oatmeal cookies. It was like white chocolate, white diamond. Was it
macadamia?
Yeah, and then another one that they don't eat.
I love the white macadamia.
Yeah, it was like the cranberry and the...
Oh, like the oatmeal raisin cranberry?
Yeah, cranberry and white chocolate. And I was like, hey, girls, they didn't want these at the studio, and you guys want more? They was like, I want like none of these. I was like, the whole cookies? And I was like, oh, gosh, I guess I got to give it to like a homeless person or something like that.
I'm diabetic.
This is pre-COVID, so it wasn't like people like, I ain't tasting that, I ain't taking that. So I was trying to give it away for the longest. Nobody wanted it, and I was still going back and forth to the studio for a whole 2 or 3 days. Them cookies just sat there. And I was like, one cookie ain't gonna hurt. So then I tasted that cookie and I felt like.
Yeah.
Like sugar just.
And then when you don't have that sugar in a long time.
That mug said, ooh. Hello, I get this analogy a lot.
Hey, Dion,
I get this analogy all the time. Remember on Finding Nemo?
Oh, yeah.
When Bruce smelled that blood for the first time, he said, hey, Dory, you okay? Oh. And his eyes turned black like, oh. And then immediately I said, it's a wrap. So I cleaned that platter out. But then I said, all right, this has to stop.
Yeah.
So then my dad's birthday party was like a month after that, and I had to fly back to Ohio. And in Ohio, nobody practiced keto.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It was.
Can I get this lettuce wrap? You want a what?
They was like,
Yeah.
And it was like something was in something. It was like a wrap with croutons in it.
Yeah.
It was, and I wasn't eating meat.
Yeah.
Remember that? I was eating meat at the same
yeah.
time. Yeah. So it was like, a chicken salad with chopped up pieces of meat in it. And then at the birthday party, I was like, all right, I'm going to go nuts here. When I get back to LA,
I'm back in.
Yeah. Never came back.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I haven't been back. It's hard. It's hard to.
What? You leaving? Mom's here? All right. All right, baby. Love you.
Bye, Cadence. Bye. Good to see you.
Text me when you get in the car. All right. Yeah. Now we can get dark. But I think should be in the podcast. I think we did an hour, right? You want to go 2 hours or something?
What? How long have we been on?
It's been an hour.
Yeah? No, let's just keep going.
Keep going?
Keep going until we're done.
All right.
You have a problem with it?
No, you said you wanted to do 2. Oh, y'all don't know about this. Y'all don't know about this. We are shooting once a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cling.
Nah, man. Like, so doing, and then I have this vision. This is what sucks about doing anything, anything at all, and this is why it's important. So I hate when I do this. I'll go like, I'm gonna say this thing, but I gotta say this thing to say this. One of the things about me is when I changed everything about myself, I had to keep reading a bunch of books, right? As you know, right? And then for years I stopped reading these books because I moved closer to the studio, and then I was like, I don't have time to the same this 10-minute drive now, you know. I had stopped reading for a while, and I just started reading again. I've been taking these long walks and all this other stuff, and I've been reading again. And then I just remember that when we have a goal, we want the end goal.
Yeah.
And so when I go, hey man, I lost 70 pounds, I want to lose 70 pounds again.
Right.
When I could fast a day and a half, I want to lose, I want to fast a day and a half again. And it goes, but I didn't start off doing any of those right away.
Right.
It all started with very little things. And I remember when I first started fasting, I was like, great, I'm going to fast for 2 hours until 2 hours is easy. And then it was 3, because I remember like being antsy, trying not to eat after like, I think I maybe went 4 hours, and I was like, yo, I want to eat so bad.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, my relationship with food was way more of a habit than it was of hunger, right? And so that was the biggest thing. So I had to always break that back down. It's like, you're not fasting because you want to eat, not because you have to. But knowing that it's more mental than physical helped me. And I go like, nope, this is you being mental, or you're bored, or whatever it is. You know, it's easy to fast when you're busy. Yeah. But then when you're at home and you got access and you're chilling, you be like, oh, I want to eat something. Especially at night when you fast all day, and then you lose the willpower at night, you want to go eat something, right?
Yeah.
So those were the things. But I knew that if I fast at night, it's going to pay off so much more in the morning because you burn way more fat when you sleep, right? Oh yeah. That's your night. That's like your fat burning time is when you sleep. Okay. So knowing that was like, no, you got to have the most discipline after 6. You can eat anything you want during the day. So me, if I want cheesecake or something, I'm gonna eat it early in the morning and then use the whole day to burn it off. Right. And I had to get used to just throwing stuff away. They'd be like half a cake. I'm like, y'all gonna eat this? No, trash, and just get it out. But I had to get my mom like, I hate wasting food. I'm like, hey man, is waste this food or
adding the waste?
Cut off my leg in a year.
That's funny.
I think about that. I think about like, dude, diabetes is, I gotta be.
Really?
Well, I don't know. Every doctor said I'm healthy. But I'm like, dog, you're healthy until you're on the cusp.
You know, it's funny.
And the stuff sneaks up on you.
2 things is we always respect the first opinion if it's a great opinion. You notice that? So if the doctor says, yeah, your thyroid is exploding, getting big and it needs to get cut out, so we got to have surgery, you be like, I need a second opinion. But if the doctor's like, you're completely healthy.
Great. You look good to me.
You're like, cool. I don't need to know the opinion.
Well, perfect, man.
I don't need to know the opinion.
That's what I thought. Dude, every doctor's, I've never had high blood. I never had any symptom to ever think about like being like that counts in that obesity class, right? But even when I got down to 190 and that BMI chart was still saying you're obese. And I was like, well then, I just lost 70 pounds and I'm still obese.
Yeah.
Like, geez.
I hate that the chart that my doctor gave me, it said morbidly obese. It's like, yo, you could have did the M dot. obese. Don't write it out.
That means you're about to die. You eat one more fucking cookie.
I'm just tall. I hate that my height.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell people that I'm 330.
Yeah.
You know, and it's difficult to people like to register like, wait, what? You don't look like that. And it's like I'm 6'4".
Yeah.
So
I'm 5'7". I look like all that.
and I still weigh more than you, Dion. Not true.
Right.
So for me, my biggest problem when it comes to eating is when I watch TV, I have to eat.
Mm-hmm. That's usually most people's biggest thing.
Yeah, and it feels like I need to knock out two birds with one stone because it's like man, I really want to watch.
But do you make a meal or do you just snack?
No. I make a meal, and so my problem is, I don't meal prep like I should. When I'm hungry, I want to eat now. I don't want to cook. Right. I do not want to cook. So most of the food that I'm eating is like warming up, like a Hot Pocket or spaghetti from last night, or
all very bad.
Right, and it's never like, let me chop up some onions and green peppers and make this omelet or something like that.
Right.
And then when I make this big meal, which is like a plate of something. Like I'm thinking right now, I have spaghetti in there, which is not drown it with cheese. I'm like, well, this looks like a 30-minute meal. I can kind of take my time on it and watch the next episode of Hawkeye.
Yeah,
and just kind of pop that on.
Now I had to like just throw out stuff, bro. Like, because even going back to the gym, like, you know, everybody's like, well, I'm gonna wait till New Year to start off, and I was like, I've learned that when I first started losing weight, it was like a May 17th. It was a random day. And I was like, I'm gonna start now. I was like, why wait till like this month on the 1st? I was like, you want to do it now, so do it now. And then it was like, I'm gonna go. And then, you know, when you have these spurts of motivation, I think you gotta go get all the healthy stuff. Yeah, you gotta go throw out all the if you got junk in there, you're gonna eat it. When you fast for 24 hours, you're gonna eat the crap.
Yeah,
because you're like, I gotta eat this. It's harder now because Izzy has stuff. But man, keto's came so far, bro. There's keto bread now. There's so much keto stuff now that wasn't around. You know what I mean? Yeah, I go like, these people got it so easy.
Tony Baker texted me. I had posted a video of me really, really skinny. And he had texted me and said, "Hey, Dion, can I hit you with some hard hitting?" I don't know. I'll try to get the exact wording he said. He was like, "Can I yo, Dion, can I hit you with one of some hard hitting facts?" And I was like, "Go ahead, snatch the Band-Aid off, brother. What is it?" He was like, "It's time to lose weight, brother." And I was like, "Yeah, man, you right. He was like, "No, I'm serious, man. It's time." He was like, what you gonna do?" And I was like, I'm gonna start, man, because the fact that you reached out to me and I'm gonna do it. He's like, "You sure?" Like this off the text message, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it." It's all right, man. All right, I'm holding you to it. I didn't do it.
Not yet.
I didn't do it.
It's a process.
I felt bad. Yeah.
No, you shouldn't.
He's like, throw off all that filth. Throw out all that filth.
Yeah, you gotta throw all that out. All that's gotta go.
Yeah.
And I'm not big on sweets. I'm not big on cookies. If there's cake in the house, cheesecake, you know me.
It's a problem.
Oh, that's a problem. So I always got to be like, I'm gonna eat this, or I got to ration out. Like, I got to eat this every other day. Like Yo's mom gave us a whole half of cheesecake and a whole half of pumpkin pie, which I'm not huge on pumpkin pie. But them mixed together was really good.
Stop gifting me with snacks,
yeah, man.
You know, another thing is when I see opportunities, which you never see on a lot of, like, you get on set, they be like, "You want anything? We have cheesecake, we have bagels." You be like, "Oh." Sets,
and that also ruined me, because that year we did nothing for so long. Then we did like 5 shows.
Yeah.
And then that ruined. That was on top of that, and on top of not sleeping. That really, I forgot about that. That really took it over.
The fact that I was working with you guys, and we didn't have production, we didn't have free food at all, so that helped a lot with snacking.
Right.
And when we ordered food, you can control that.
Right.
Like, I want the chicken salad,
the salmon.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but when you have like when you visually see something, I haven't had a whatchamacallit in years.
Bro, I'm saying when we shoot, I'm like, I can't fight this off every day. Every day.
So snacks for me is like a girl saying, "Hey, you want some head?" You be like, "Sweetheart, come on, man. My freaking kids are here."
But yes. But yes. No, bro. Even when we shot, the only healthy thing you can have is fruit, which is not really keto friendly, right? So I was always like, well, all right, let me just do the next best thing and get the fruit, because otherwise I'm gonna be eating these fucking donuts, shit like that, you know? It's like it's tough.
Yeah,
but I also thought, don't start with the 70 whatever weight loss pound, like 100-pound goal. It's always like, dude, go one meal a day. Just go on to the next meal. Plot out your day. Plotting out my day and slowing down is always easier, because I'm going back down now. But then I'm like, we gotta go faster. And I'm like, hey man,
slow down.
Yeah, you don't need to rush. You know, I'm like, I'm not doing some swimsuit. Right. I'm not going into to Cancun tomorrow.
I hate that I can't control. I can, but I can't control my schedule. That's what bothers me.
Yeah.
So like me having these two studios, like my life is typically based around my clientele and their parents. Mm-hmm. So if somebody comes in at 9 a.m., I'm like, oh man, I won't be able to cook.
Yeah.
And I can't, make a meal beforehand because I don't want the smell to come in. I'm like, why does it smell like broccoli in here?
Right.
So I had to kind of like.
I remember you were carrying that broccoli around. That shit stunk. We were like, what in the hell is that smell? We're like, ass.
Yeah. Broccoli is not fun to be around, especially in a container that has been,
I had
capsule.
The car's funky. Had the right. I was like, why does it smell like fart?
I didn't even have a lid either. I just had it open like
it just in his hand. So
not even.
Yeah, I just had a hat full. So man, I just grabbed something.
Had it in my inside pocket. I want some broccoli. I got some oregano on top of that too.
Hey man, y'all want some broccoli?
Yo,
I want your pocket broccoli.
Yo, if it's somebody that you really respected, that was like, like Will Smith. No? Mm-hmm. You know where I go with this? It was like, hey, Chaz, man.
I don't want it out your pocket.
Will? Yo, Chaz, man. Hey, thank you for coming by, man. It's a privilege to have you here, man. Thanks. We wanted to write some scripts and stuff and whatnot.
Great, Will. I appreciate it.
You want anything to eat? Any vegetables, anything?
I'm good right now.
We got a whole fresh vegetable dish over there, man. Oh,
yeah?
Yeah. We're going to be here all day, so you got to get something.
No, you know what? That sounds good. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, here we go.
I'm like, Big Willie. Why are you putting this shit out your shirt?
Well, this is just samples, man. This is just samples, just to kind of get you.
I'd rather just go over there to the fresh plate that you pointed out. Yeah.
I'd rather go to the fresh plate. Well, no. These are Tupperware shirts, man. They got the Ziploc on the
It's
top.
always fresh. Hey, if he had a Ziploc shirt, it was like, bzz, I'd be like, all right.
But it still got lid on it. Oh man,
that's stupid.
Talk about we forget that Will was not on Instagram.
Oh yeah, for a minute
he was not on Instagram. He just popped up and was like,
killed. Oh,
everybody.
Will's book is great.
Really?
Yes. You gotta do the audio.
Yeah,
Audible, whatever you want to do.
How many pages is it?
I don't know, but it's a few hours. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you. I can't tell I can't tell you how many pages wise, but dude, it's so great, and it was so good to hear. I'm about to listen to it again.
He read it?
Yeah. I'm gonna listen to it again because it was just, man, it was like I felt like he's a dude who's he knows he wanted to be an artist. He knew, he's like, it's a lot of what we do and how we feel. Honestly, you'll find a lot of common ground in what Will's talking about and what he did. And let me see how long this book is. You'll be like, I feel like that's me.
We forget that Will has. I don't know who has a better career between Will.
13 and a half hours.
Who had a better career, Will Smith or Steve Harvey?
It's Will.
Ryan Seacrest.
Will has one of the greatest careers ever.
Yeah.
And even when he was going through like some of the stats of like 8 #1 movies in a row and 3 Grammys, and you forget about like the music you forget about. And then when he goes through his book, talk about his childhood, and he goes into the music, I was like, you forget Will was a juggernaut, bro.
Right.
And then the Fresh Prince.
It's one of the classics.
You got Grammys, you got Emmys, you got one of the greatest shows, sitcoms in TV history. You got iconic movies. You got Oscar noms. You played Ali.
Yep.
And you did a good job. You know, that's a hard dude. Yeah. But I love when you read a book, bro, and he talks about all that good stuff. I'll send it to you, bro.
Yeah, he's great. Dude, when I tell you,
good job, Will.
Yeah,
you'll see this. Good job.
I'm gonna send it to you DM. Will, I want you to watch this. But also, like Steve Harvey has a great career too.
Absolutely.
You don't think it's on the same level as?
Hell no.
No,
on the same level as Will.
Because he did start off late though. Steve Harvey started off late.
Hell no.
Because he did have a TV show. It's not iconic.
Steve Harvey show was great. We loved it.
It's not. No one brings it up in the top 20.
Cedric,
like
no. Cedric was the best part of the show.
But he was a part of the Kings of Comedy. Mm-hmm. He has a radio station.
Oh, great career.
Right. And he's done numerous jobs.
He doesn't even have the best stand-up career.
Right.
Like he's not in anyone's top 10 of comedians.
Nobody ever says that.
Not to disrespect, but you go like, dude, when you talk about Chris Rock and Chappelle and Eddie, of course, and Eddie's career.
Yeah. But do you include Will as a greatest rapper?
Well, he's one of my favorites. When you talk about like top 5 favorite rappers, Will's always been one of my favorites.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And your top favorite rappers?
My top, yeah.
He's great.
I don't know if he's in my top 5 per se, but he's definitely in my top 10 of my personal favorites. Because especially when I was younger, Will didn't cuss. I was allowed to listen to him.
Right.
I wasn't allowed to listen to a lot of people. But when you talk about fun, storytelling, energy, party music, summertime.
Yeah. He was funny in his raps.
I go like, Will has classics. And he's got one of the most iconic summer songs of all time. Summer don't start until it's summertime play. He talks about making that song. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
So I'm a Will Smith stan 100%, bro. I remember me and my buddy Hollis back in the day, listening to Big Willie style and all that good stuff, and trying to do the dance in a Men in Black video. Let me see, just slide with me.
And you can't get no corn from his top pocket. You're a Will Smith. You're a Will Smith stan.
I might do a kernel or two. I'll be like, but like, man, I remember my dad got so mad. He's like, "Yo, which one was Will Smith? You and this Will Smith." Like,
let's see how much you know. What is his whole name?
I just know it's Willard. I don't know his middle name.
You ain't gonna believe the middle name.
Yeah, it's something. It's like Francis or something. What is it?
His middle name is Carroll.
Oh yeah. He says it in there.
Willard. Carroll Smith II.
Yeah.
The fact that his dad was like, keep that
number
shit.
2.
Keep that shit.
I need another one of these.
Carroll? Yeah, keep that shit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know his birthdays and stuff. 68, was he born in 68?
Yeah,
something like that?
You got it.
Something like that.
You got it.
Yeah, I don't know like the day-to-day facts and stuff like that, but
yeah.
No, man, like his book was great, bro. But no, when you talk about careers all across the board of like, there's only a few people who's in like Will's category. Of course, you got like the Denzels and Tom Cruise.
Nah, I'm talking about Vask. Ooh, Jamie Foxx.
It's not Will though.
No, you don't think he had a great career? Music, acting,
he didn't
TV shows.
He hasn't beat Will in any of those though. You know.
You're right.
But when you talk who had a bigger movie career, it's Will.
Yeah,
he's got an Oscar.
Right.
But you talk about more Grammys, I'm pretty sure Will's got 3. And you talk about Emmys, Jamie ain't got one. Unless he might have got one for like a guest appearance somewhere, but not for like the freshman. Will Smith has one of the greatest sitcoms. When black people talk about their best sitcoms, it's going to go Martin, it's going to go Fresh Prince are always in that top.
We should
5.
ask the people, man. Who do y'all think in their entire career? We forgot about Living Color. We think about Jamie Foxx show. See?
No, but in Living Color, I mean, that's fine if you go in Living Color.
Right.
But I go like,
2 of them.
It's not his show. He wasn't the star of the show. He was great.
Right.
But he wasn't the star or his show.
He got 3 actually. And Dads don't embarrass me. So, don't say nothing. So we want to ask y'all, who do y'all think has a better career, Will Smith or Jamie Foxx? Jamie Foxx. Yeah, for anybody else, who has a better career between Will Smith and anybody else? Who has a better career than Will Smith?
You got it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna give you. It's a small list of people.
Sure.
It's gonna be like Leo DiCaprio's and George Clooney's and.
Well, I ain't talking about longevity. I'm just talking about like the things they switch up. They have redefined their career. They did music. They did a book. They did TV show. They did movies. You know, for the philanthropists. You know, they did a lot of stuff that is like Man, you lived several lives.
It's only Will.
Only Will. I mean,
you got to go to like the Sammy Davis Juniors and back in those days, and those cats did all three things, and the Frank Sinatras. Them cats had crazy careers. When they did everything. Sing, dance, moving, hey, I'm going downtown. You got to like those, ran Vegas. But I'm like, when you talk about somebody who's done everything across the board and in the right way, there's not a whole lot of people who
ain't got an iconic wife.
Yeah, I mean,
like I know it's not important, but to be attached to somebody is very rare. Cause like Jamie Foxx is kind of like he just out there.
Yeah, he just out there.
There's a lot to do to balance a wife and life.
Yeah, man. And then I love what they're doing now. I feel like, and like you'll see this in the book, that they've done so much that they're just trying to figure out. I think this happens to Kanye and all these people who hit a certain level. Mm-hmm. When you reach the peak in your field, and then you go like,
What's next?
It's spiritual. Everybody goes spiritual.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I've done all these places. I did all the physical stuff. I've done like now it's just like, man, what can I do now to fill my soul, to fill my happiness? I've done the hood dumb shit. Right? I've done the business on the top level, and it's like, what's next? Everybody always goes, and that's I think this whole Will's whole thing now too is just chasing something on a spiritual, mental level, try to leave something better. That was my other answer. I'm sorry to what you asked me before, the end game.
Yeah.
One was to make Hollywood easier for people to get in, and two is always to leave my family the financial.
Sure.
I don't even want my daughter to work. I mean, I want her to have a work ethic, but man, I think about life and how hard it is, and I go like, man, just have fun, man.
Yeah.
If I make enough money for you just to go skydive every day or whatever you want to do, like just go do that.
Yeah.
Like just go have fun, bro. Like
I'd rather do cocaine, Dad.
Go coke it up.
Fun.
Go coke it up. Just go have fun. It's hard out here, bro.
I want to know how is it new crackheads?
Meth heads. New crackheads.
Really?
Pill poppers.
No, how is it new though?
Oh, how is somebody
if you know the end game
cheap.
from
Crack is so cheap.
But if you know
we can go fill this whole place up with crack right now.
But if you know what happens, it's like you said, you seen people burn themselves on the stove. It's like, man, he got burned on the stove.
Yeah.
It's like, it ain't gonna happen to me though.
I'm gonna wear these mitts.
It's just like, it happened to me.
I'm just gonna do a little crack. A little crack ain't gonna hurt me. Crack heads and doing crack, very different.
Really?
I mean, so this would be me rationalizing. See, I do crack, but I'm not a crack head.
Because it's funny.
See what I'm saying?
And then what happens is people lace their crack with other stuff.
Yeah.
And then they be like, this weed is good. What is this? It's like, got crack in it. What? We gotta do this again.
Oh, we will. Because you'll be back. Remember, crackheads were just giving out free crack. It was like, here you guys go. You'll be back for this shit.
You know what's funny, dude? We are essentially dope dealers when it comes to making as entertainers. Mm-hmm. Because we want to addict people.
Yeah, we set off all your, not pheromones. What's this shit called? Endorphins? There you go.
As it dopamine.
Yeah, dopamine.
So like we trying to keep people on our page.
Right.
Keep people on our YouTube. We write scripts to keep people watching the whole season of a TV show.
Right.
You're reeling them being like, hey, cliffhanger.
Right.
Come back for the next episode.
Yeah.
It's like we're literally are dope dealers. This is the only profession that it's acceptable to say binge watch a series.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you have to binge watch. Like, you don't have to, but shit, we watched, what's that show on Netflix? Casa de Papel, Money Heist. One night. We took 6 hours. It was 2 in the morning, me and
the last season?
Yeah.
I missed it. I'm not missed it, but I can't get back into it for some reason.
I've been telling people about Money Heist for years.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all need to watch
y'all,
this.
You two are the reason why I got into it.
I love Money Heist, bro.
Yeah.
And when you watch it, we can talk about it. I can't talk about it with nobody. I'm gonna just.
We should wrap this up for another one. For next week.
How long we been on? How long is this?
This is hour and 45.
Ooh, you guys got a good long. Our first episode was an hour and 15 or something.
Yeah. So
good content here.
Let us know what day you guys want this to drop.
Yeah, right now I'm gonna drop it on Wednesday-ish. I did it at night. Somebody commented, was like, "Yo, why you dropping this at midnight?" He was like, "But it's kind of cool because it feels like a BT uncut drop." And he's like, "I know what Dion that filter's gonna be in there."
I didn't talk about filters this whole episode because my daughter.
But the next one.
But that next episode, I might come back with no pants on.
Please have pants on, Dion. I'm still here.
You guys have been, if you made it this long, thank you.
Yeah, man.
You have been amazing. The show is titled Now What?
Not another damn podcast.
Not another damn podcast. What's the acronym at? Not another. NAD.
Another is
Not
one word.
another.
Another is one word.
NAD.
NAD podcast. Nap. Not another
damn.
podcast. Oh wait, damn.
NAD podcast.
NAD pod.
NAD pod?
We should just take it out of the damn and just make not another podcast and it's nap. Welcome back to Nap. Take a nap.
Well,
with us.
let me look it up. I think it might be somebody who already has not another podcast.
Oh, probably somebody.
That'd be
probably
dope. Nap would be dope.
Nap it up, baby.
Not another.
Welcome back to Naps on Us. Naps are us. Nappy, the nappy. Welcome back to the nappy.
Oh, we popped up.
Yeah.
What's somebody else? NAD. I don't know what that means. Somebody has a tomb.
That's stupid.
I mean, we could do. Well, there it is. Not another podcast about the live stream. Somebody definitely has one.
But we pop right up for not another damn podcast.
Yeah,
What'd
damn.
you type? Oh, yeah, not another damn. Well, I guess so. No, you typed not another podcast.
Right.
We came up first.
We came up first.
Well, great. Then we're good at not another damn podcast because we beat the people who have the title of not another podcast.
Well, they've been doing it for years, and you don't want to. I think y'all competing with the do with the daddy issues, right?
We not compete with nobody. You
No?
know what I'm saying? If you put in not another podcast and we come up before anybody, that's great. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Well, let's see. Well, they ain't posting in a year.
I'm just saying that means we got some heat on there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm saying we got no competition.
All right. So we're gonna because if it's called Naps, like welcome back to Nap.
Welcome back to Nap. I'm Chaz. That might work.
Yeah.
Get your nap in. Y'all taking naps?
Let's ask the people. I like not another damn.
I do too.
But we let y'all see. Let y'all decide. Should we call it not another damn?
What is Dion trying to say?
Hey, I just had a stroke. Not another damn podcast or not another podcast. All right.
I feel like
Toodaloo.
you guys are gonna pick damn.
Yeah?
With you. I feel like the people are.
Yeah?
But naps.
Nah.
Man, thank y'all for watching, man. And then you gotta tell the people, man, what you're working on, where you can find you, man. You gotta just
I'm sorry. Find me. Dion Lack, DionLack, or follow.
It's not DE?
No.
Oh.
No way. It's not a lot of DEONs.
Mm-hmm.
I hope. We gotta kill those off. Kill those variants off. If your
variants.
name is DEON, you have to die. You have to be stopped.
No, you gotta kill the DIONs.
I'm the DION.
But you have to kill all the other DIONs.
I'm fine with those. Those are families.
Oh, I try to kill every Chaz I find.
Yeah.
6.
But there's not a lot of Chaz men's though.
No, it's only 2 of us. Well,
Yeah.
one of us now, because I killed the other.
And then follow my YouTube channel at Lack, LACKTOASTENT. That's it.
And if you're here, you already follow me and subscribe. Thank you. Check it. I'm Chaz Rogers on IG. I'll probably just be posting clips of this. And what are you doing?
Saying peace.
Oh, okay. And then check me on Daddy Issues on Tony Baker's page. And I think that's it. Thank y'all, man.
There it is. Oh, see, no, here. Please. Look, please, not another